Well, hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Compassionate Light Radio. I'm your host, Catherine Hahn, and I'm coming to you from this very beautiful but snowy day in Wisconsin. So I hope everyone had a wonderful week, and I am so excited to be here to share with you what it is to expect when it comes to this coming week. So, last week I wasn't on here, but I just wanted to kind of go over what it is that you may have felt this week when it comes to the energy. So, we had several different archangels step forward for us this week. We had Archangel Raphael, we had Archangel Gabriel, um, and they were here to and our, we also did have Archangel Michael step forward for us. And, they were here to help us to be in this energy of up leveling this week. So it may have been, even though we were in this up leveling energy where, we're growing and we're learning. Um, and, we always do that. But this week, especially, we're, getting ready to really transform who it is that we are. And so they came to us to help us when it came to understanding the lessons behind those things that we have been through in the past, but it came back to us this week. So this week, it may have been an energy where you may have felt a little bit of intensity this week, but when it came to this energy this week, it's not a bad intense energy, but an intense energy when it comes to um, one that's going to help us to take those lessons that we've learned last year and to apply it this week, and also to continue to help us to understand who it is that we are and what it is that we are meant to do. So, and that is what this week's energy is about. We also had the new moon this week. So, new moons are about setting intentions. What is it that you truly want to come into fruition in your life as you move on throughout this this year? And when it comes to January's energy, January is about really preparing us for what it is that's to come. And next week's energy, we have Archangel Uriel as well as Archangel Jophiel stepping forward for us next week, because we are going to be in an energy of transformation. So, this week, they were preparing us by helping us to remember the lessons that we've learned and to apply it into those things that are coming for us when it comes to challenges in different parts of our lives, but also understanding what it is that is not in alignment to who it is that we are any longer. So, in every area of our life, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to work, all those different things that um, we do in our everyday lives, to really examine them and to see what it is that's not no longer serving us anymore. So, that's this week's energy. But as we do that work, next week we're going to be more in alignment to who it is that we are. We're going to start to understand even more of what it is that we're meant to do, as well as to understand more of our own selves and our power that we have within us, that we are able to do those things that we are meant to do. And to rid of those fears and doubts that come that keep us from doing those things that we're meant to do. So next week we're going to be in this transformation energy. And so, as we transform into those things that we are meant to do, as we um, do the work that we're meant to do, as we um, you know help when it comes to our relationships, fixing those parts of our relationships that need to be fixed, letting go of the parts of the relationships that need to be let go, and realigning to who it is that we truly are. And Archangel Jophiel is a great angel when it comes to joy and happiness. And so when we are aligned to who it is that we are, when we are aligned to what it is that we're meant to do, it helps us to be in joy. And we are in happiness in that way. If you really think about it, if we do those things that really excite us, when we do those things that we are truly passionate about, we are happy. We feel into this energy of joy, and we are motivated to do those things that make us happy. So both of them are stepping in for us to really help us in this new energy that we are stepping into. And of course, it's um, in time for February as we start to enter it. January was a month of preparing and to help us to learn even more before we really started to step into what it is that we're meant to do to prepare us as we start to get ready to step out of our comfort zones and do those things that may be new to us, but something that we are meant to do. So, and that is the energy that's coming in for us next week. So, if you would like to speak to me about what it is that you've been feeling, or what it is that you've been going through, or if you'd like some guidance, be sure to give me a call at 415-762-9988 or 646 568 7788. And then all you have to do is follow the verbal instructions and then enter the meeting ID 522-657-2748, followed by 2 pound signs. So if you'd like to speak with me about that, if you'd like some guidance, please be sure to connect with me by calling me there. So the archangels today wanted me to come and share more about our chakras. So last week, even though I wasn't on live, I had posted on the Global Enlightenment Radio Network page about our chakras. So I'm going through our 7 main chakras, and some things that the archangels wanted me to add is that when it comes to our chakras, it has and cleansing, and when it comes to healing, part of that, part of the work of energy healers is to help you to be able to learn the lessons behind what it is that each of these chakras really stands for. So, I had mentioned that our root chakra, which is the first chakra, is associated with the color red, and it has to do with security. It has to do with, um, just knowing who we are, that confidence in who we are, and just having that confidence that we have that security, um, in our lives. And so, we have Archangel Michael that steps forward with that chakra. And Archangel Michael is a very common angel for many of us. We call on him when we need that protection. We call on him when we need to know that, we are protected and that we have that support that we need in different times in our lives. So when it comes to our root chakra, when we are not feeling secure, when we are feeling as if, things are falling apart, that things are not working out the way that we thought it would in our lives, that's when our root chakra needs some balancing there. So, there are different ways that you yourself can work on your chakras. So, when it comes to eating things that are red or it has to do with root vegetables, what comes to mind are beets. And it's funny because this week, um, I myself have been really kind of guided towards. Um, Having some beets or even potatoes. And, I had to, tune in with the angels. Why is it that I'm being led towards this? And so, it has to do with some things that we need to work on in our own lives or, in the lives of loved ones that are around us, especially when it comes to myself, because I'm able to, tune into other people's energy and really be able to feel into what it is that some people may be going through. So, I was led to these two foods to help others to show others to do that. And so, if you are feeling that insecurity, if you are feeling as if, um, you are needing that security in your life, you are feeling as if things are not going the way that it should in your life, and that you don't feel secure, you don't feel safe. You know, that is, Archangel Michael is someone that you want to connect with, but also, to focus on those type of foods. But also, you can wear things that are red, or you can also, when it comes to crystals, if you are into crystals, to find crystals like rubies and different crystals that are red that can help you, with your chakra. So, we have that root chakra, um, which is thread, and then we have our sacral chakra that we are, that's the second chakra. And the second chakra, the sacral chakra that is associated with the color orange, it has to do with our emotions. And, when it comes to our emotions and what it is that we're feeling, and it does connect with our heart as well. But if we are feeling as if things just you feel emotional, you feel as if you don't have that control over your emotions, you don't feel as if um, you're being supported in that way emotionally as well, that means that your sacral chakra also needs to be balanced. So, I bring these two chakras up, especially today because um, uh, when it comes to those transformation and doing those things that we're really meant to do, a lot of times we think about our security, we think about um, being safe, and those fears of not having that safety and not having that security and not having, our emotional um, feelings met, um, it it keeps us from being able to do those things that we're truly meant to do. And so, when it comes to all of our chakras, it's important that all of our chakras are aligned and are in balance. But these two chakras really when we are so focused and have that fear that we are not going to be provided for, that we're not going to be safe and secure, it keeps us from being able to do those things that we're truly meant to do, and having that faith that the divine is going to provide for you when we do those things that are meant to do. So, there are, so many times, um, we are asked to really step out of our comfort zones. We are asked to do things that we've never done before. And that is for our growth. That is for, to help us to see what it is that we're truly meant to do. And when we then do step out of our comfort zones, we're able to then see that, yes, it makes us uh, truly happy. It makes us joyful and excited about, what's to come, what more can be provided for us. But, a lot of times these fears, keep us from, stepping out of our comfort zones and stepping out of, who it is that purpose that we have. And so, a lot of times we think about, how are we going to be provided for? How are we going to, um, receive what it is that we need when it comes to finances and when it comes to other things that we need in order to do those things that we're meant to do. But it kind of is a reverse that we have to do, where we have to trust that because the divine wants us to do those things that are part of our purpose, that what he, you know, higher power, God, source, whatever you call him, you know, that source energy and God, and when we do those things and you know just step out of our comfort zones and take that leap of faith, um, we have to know that we are always going to be provided for. And yeah, a lot of times that's really hard to see because, um, it's not tangible. It's not right in front of you. But the divine always wants us to know that we are abundant beings and we are meant for abundance. We are meant to receive all of these things that we need, whether it's money, whether it is um, a home, whether it's, partnerships with other people, all of that, all of those things come in to play when we trust and take that step. So, and have that faith. So, I want to encourage, all of you to tune in, do some meditating, you know, and, ask the angels, what is it that I am truly meant to do? And many times those things are um, those passions that we have within us, those desires that we have in many different ways, whether it is to uh, help different people with um, whether it's someone who's homeless or whether it's um, you know um, people who are veterans, or when it comes to conservation and climate change and all of those different areas, if that is what moves you, that is part of your purpose. And so, taking that purpose and then asking the angels, what is it that I need to do with this? What is it that I need to do with what it is that makes me feel so passionate and how you want to help all these different in all these different areas. So to ask those questions and then to take what it is that comes in through your mind and through your heart on those next steps, and then taking that step forward. And so, when it comes to new things, a lot of times we get these fears and doubts that come in because whenever it comes to new things, we because of our human nature that we are going to have those fears. We're going to get that butterfly in our stomach, and we're going to have those things that come into our mind that says we can't do it. We're not good enough to do it. That we don't have the resources to do it, and all these different excuses that come in. But to know that you have these passions um, for a reason. You have these gifts. You have these abilities to do it, but to trust and have that faith and to step out and just do it, and to know that once we do and once we take that leap, that's when everything will come into place. Everything, when it comes to the abundance, will come in because we had that trust and had that faith in the divine that they would provide when we did those things that we're meant to do and aligned to who it is that we are. So, I want to really encourage all of us to really, dig in and dig deep onto what it is that you are meant to do, what it is that, um, that's really within you, to see, where your passions lie, where it is that, you want to help when it comes to this world and how you want to make an impact. So we're all brought here on this earth to do, you know, amazing things. And we are all, these perfect souls here to um, help one another and to serve one another. And, all the different ways that, we have been brought here for. And so, when we understand what it is our passions are, we are then able to understand then what our gifts are. So our passions, our desires, and then the gifts and abilities that we have are connected. So, you may be telling me, and you may be saying within yourself, "No, I don't know what my gifts are. I don't know what my abilities are. I don't know what I'm talented at." But, when we really look into what our what our passions are and what it is that you're doing now to help others, you may be able to see that that is your gift and how it is that you help others in your own way. So whether it is, if you are on radio, your gift of speaking, or if you are really led to write a book, your gift of writing, and or if you love to volunteer at different places, those are your gifts of that desire to help others, that desire to really be there for those who are in need. Um, I mean, it doesn't have to be about people. You could have that desire to um, have that love for animals. So to do something in that area, or your love for the environment, your love for um, the plants that are around, and the trees and nature. You know, those are all things that we need to see, and and then seeing how it is. that you are truly helping in that area of your life. And so to connect those things and to really be able to say to yourself and see that those are your gifts, those are your abilities, and that is part of your purpose. So when we understand what it is all of those things are, we are then able to really step out and create those things that we need to create. Whether it is courses that you need to create, whether it is a business that you need to create from it. And to know that, the divine is always going to show you with those steps. So, this year we're going to be having this year's amazing is an amazing year because we are in a 4 year, which has to do with um, when it comes to angel numbers. It has to do with support, and it has to do with knowing that you're guided, and you always have someone to help you. And so that, as well as because we have the two twos in year 2020, it also has to do with trusting and having that faith to take those next steps. And, when we do that, we're then able to help others um, as we are meant to and live in that purpose so that we can be in that joy and in that happiness that we're meant for. So, and along with that, when we do those things that we're meant to do, we help others to awaken to who they truly are as well. So this year is also a year where many people will be opening up to and reawakening to the spiritual world. And, um, you know, if you're listening, you are a part of that. You are a part of helping others to really be able to see that they are meant that we are all meant to live, in this joy and happiness, and that we all have a purpose in this life. And when we see that, we are, able to help, not only ourselves, not only our family, but we're able to help all of those that we are meant to help, and to, help in ways to help people to awaken to who they truly are, help people to really see what it is that they're meant to do, and also to be able to see those lessons in their life that they're meant to see through the challenges that you've been through the experiences that you've been through. So, I encourage all of us, especially as we are wrapping up January, to really dig in and to look within to see what it is that you are truly meant to do. Especially, we had just been in this energy of, getting rid of all those things that no longer serve us, no longer are in alignment to us. And then now being open to all the new possibilities that are coming our way, new opportunities that are um, on the way. And so, setting those intentions, you know, telling the divine what it is that you want, whether it's that you want to know what it is that your purpose is, whether it's to expand your gifts and abilities so that you can help even more people that you're meant to help and reach. Um, you know, it whether it is to um, understand what your next steps are when it comes to your purpose, if you especially know what it is that big purpose is that you're meant to do, um, all of those things are setting intentions. So I encourage all of you to set those intentions with with angels. And, when it comes to the new moon and setting intentions, call on Archangel Ariel. Like, even though she may not have been an angel that came forward this week, she's a great angel when it comes to setting intentions and manifesting those things that you want to see come into fruition in your life. So, calling on her and then, doing some writing, doing some journaling, doing some meditating on what it is that you are really meant to do when it comes to this year, when it comes to this coming month, when it comes to this decade, even. So, to help you to see how it is that you can really live in that joy and in that happiness that you are meant for. We all have that right. We all have that birthright of living in joy. We have those emotions. We have those feelings because they are meant for us to live in. And they are high vibration because we are meant for that. The divine has brought us here so that we can live in joy and we can live in happiness and in that love that we are. We are divine love and light beings. And so, being that, to remember who it is that we truly are. And when we do, we are able to do those things that make us happy, that make us live in joy. And when we are filled with that love and that joy and happiness, we are more than happy to help others. It overflows. That joy and that happiness just overflows when we do those things that make us happy. And we want to see others happy as well and to live in their own purpose. So I encourage all of us to do that, especially as we start to get into this energy of transformation. And so, if there are still things that um, are, not feeling aligned to you, are, making you feel stuck, and to really look within and ask what it is that needs to be let go of, what it is that needs to be released so that you can make room for that new energy, that you can make room for what it is that you're truly meant to do. So to look at that and to really work with angels on that because, you know, we are meant to, live in this greater purpose, doing those things that really truly make us happy. And when we do, we're able to really see that there's so much more to life than, what you may be going through right now. We are not meant to live a life that's boring. We are not meant to live a life that is stressful, that a life that doesn't excite us. So why would we then, do a job that we don't love? Um, but it a lot of that has to do with limiting beliefs that come in, not wanting to step out of your comfort zone because of that fear that you have that you won't be provided for, having that fear that you won't have that security, that something is you won't be provided for by the divine, by the universe, that they won't have your back, that you won't have that support. Those are all fears um, from our ego selves that are keeping us from doing those things that we are truly meant to do. So, if you tune in with yourselves and find it that you have those fears and you have those limiting beliefs coming in, to then ask Archangel Raphael to help you to understand, where is this coming from? Where does that stem from? Where does that fear stem from? And a lot of times what you're going to see is it it is fears that come from others, whether it's from other family members, whether it's from, other people growing up, teachers, parents, um, and those things that other people have told us and shown us because of their own fears and their own doubts, and their own limiting beliefs. So then to know that when we are when we do those things that the divine, you know, really truly wants us to do, and that purpose, using our gifts and abilities and stepping out of our comfort zones, to know that we will be provided for, that we will have that, flow of abundance that comes in. So I need to look at that. And for a lot of us, what I do see is that it's going to come, that those lessons are going to come naturally for a lot of us. So next week, not only is it a transformative week, as well as, um, understanding more of what it is that will make us happy. It's going to be a week of flow, to really, trust in divine and divine timing, and to go with the flow of the energy next week. So, don't resist it. Don't, um, you know, and resistance a lot of times means, um, you know, the stress that comes in. If something is, if you're doing something that you're not meant to do, it's going to cause stress. It's going to cause all this tension that is not needed. And that's something that you're creating because you're not doing those things that is coming in for you and going with the flow of the energy. So if you are feeling resistance, if you are feeling, all this, tension and, stress that's coming in, it's then going to be important for you to look and step back a little bit and ask, why is it that I'm feeling the stress? Why is it that I'm feeling in this tension, and this resistance that's coming in? Because it could be that, the divine is showing you to do something. They're showing you to, take action, but you're saying not yet, or you're saying that you'll do it later. But it's going to be important to do it at the moment that it comes in, so that you can be in that flow. So, I, that next week is going to be a calmer energy than, this week. So, you know, if there are some tensions that do come in, to really look at that and ask the angels to show you what it is that, you need to let go of. And, whether it's the control that you want to have, whether it's something that, um, if you want to move faster than the energy is allowing you to, that can cause stress, that can cause resistance as well. Everything comes in at the perfect time, um, for a reason. And so, if you have all of these different things on your mind that you want to do and you want to go, 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 and you keep going, what you're going to see is burnout. You're going to be seeing, um, that you get drained and exhausted. It's because you want to do a lot more than what it is that the energy is bringing to you. Also, those things, like if you don't do those things that, they're showing you to do, and a lot of times it comes through your mind. It's those, aha moments, or those ideas that come in, whether it's doing something in your house, doing some cleaning, or, even things like laundry, those things, if you say, okay, I'll do it later, um, sometimes that resistance comes in that form, and it may cause stress, it may cause, um, tensions with other people. And so to you really feel into the flow of the energy next week. And when we do, we're going to see that transformation. You're going to be able to feel that happiness and joy. And that's what next week's and part of that next week's energy brings. But to, remember to look into what it is that you're truly meant to do in this life, what it is that you're meant to do to make that impact in this world, impact in your lives, impact in your family's lives, um, so that you can really do those things that you're truly meant to do and you're able to live in joy as you get provided for, as you receive that abundance that you're meant for when we do um, those step out of our comfort zone, when we do um, those things that the divine show us. So, so next week it's going to be an amazing week. I am so excited. I guess I'm always excited, but um, especially this week, if you've been feeling the tensions, if you've been feeling that energy that brought about a lot of challenges this week, um, to know that those challenges, are there to learn from, to grow from, and so, this week is, a week about uh, growth and up leveling, as we are on this journey. So, not to be afraid of it, not to shy away from it, but to embrace it, embrace those lessons that you need to learn, to really acknowledge those lessons that you need to learn, and then also to be thankful to the divine on what it is those lessons are for bringing it to us so that we can see and we can change our perspectives so that we can, be even closer to what it is that we need to understand about who it is that we truly are and what it is that we're meant to do and how powerful we are as human beings and as these divine beings that we are. So I encourage all of us to really dig into that. So if you'd like to, speak with me, please feel free to give me a call. You could always, and as always, I'm reachable even outside of um, this program, live program. So you can always reach me on Facebook in different ways. So, if you are someone who really needs someone to talk to, please feel free to reach out to me. And I'd love to speak with you. I'd love to hear what it is that you're going through. Um, and to give you that opportunity to share your truth and share what it is that you've experienced and those lessons that you've learned. So before we end the show, I do want to do a meditation that the archangels are bringing to me. So if you are able, I want to encourage you to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. To breathe out of your mouth. And to do that a few times, breathe in and then breathe out through your mouth. And really focus on your breath. And I want to encourage you to put your hands on your heart. And as you do this, your mind is going to go to your heart space. And I want to encourage you to create a space that is very calming for you in your heart space. So whether it's a body of water, whether it's a forest with all kinds of plants and animals, having the mountains, a sunset, a garden, all those things that really make you feel at peace whenever you're able to see it, whenever you think of them. Then, if you'd like to place a door in your heart space, we're going to keep that door open. So now we're going to invite our angels and our guides to step into our heart space. And as they enter, they're going to surround us around the perimeter of your heart space. And then the archangels are going to step forward. So we have Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Samuel, and Archangel Jophiel. So they will be surrounding you right outside of your energy, creating this circle around you. And as they create this circle, they're going to be sending you this powerful energy that they all bring. So it's going to be, their hands are out towards you, their palms towards you, and their energy is going to be directed right at the center of your body. And as they do this, the light that's within you, the light, this big ball of white light is going to expand. And as it expands outside of your body and into your space, it's going to help expand all of your chakras. So I want you to take a few deep breaths and really feel into those chakras, the energy that they bring. And as you breathe out, you're going to be breathing out all the old energy that you no longer need. So breathing out through your mouth. And this light is going to keep expanding. And it's going to fill your heart space and fill the room that you are currently in. So this light, helps you to understand your power. It helps you to understand what it is that you're meant to do in this world. Helps you to understand just how amazing you are and how magnificent you are. And this light is going to be shining out into the world. And it's just going to keep going. It's going to fill this earth. So if you can imagine this light just filling this earth, filling all the spaces, and reaching all those people that it's meant to reach, that you're meant to reach, and sending out that love that's within you. So to keep taking those breaths, and the archangels that are around you, they are sending you messages of love, messages of your power, and messages of healing as you really feel into this energy of your own light, that it is being stretched out into this world. And the archangels are reminding you of just how amazing you are. That you are here to do so much more. And you are here to make an impact in this world. So really take note, recognize the messages that are coming in through your mind and through your heart. And really feeling into that energy that they bring. So now the archangels are going to help you to contract your chakras back into your body. And as they do, they're going to align each of your chakras to the center of your body. And then from your root chakra, there's going to be this bright white column of light that goes all the way down to the center of the earth. And from the center of the earth, there's going to be these strands of white and green and blue energy that comes back up. And it's going to intertwine at your feet. And it's going to keep going up your body, winding around, and all the way to the heavens. And as this energy that's intertwined goes up to the heavens, there's going to be this rainbow energy that comes from above. And this is source energy that's coming in. And it's going to go through your crown chakra all the way down through each of your chakras and out through your feet and onto the ground. And this rainbow energy is going to spread and reach all those people that you are meant to reach. So take a few deep breaths. And when you are ready, you can open up your eyes. You can bring back awareness into your body. And welcome back. So I hope this meditation has really helped you to see that light that's within you and that you are meant to do so many amazing things. You are meant to do just wonderful things that um, is meant to help so many people, not only yourself, but all those around you and all those that you're meant to reach. In this life, we are we are here to help others. We are here to reach others who are in need of our gifts, who are in need of what it is that we bring into this world. And so it's important for us to know what that is. It is important for us to really connect to what it is that we are meant to do, our purpose. And so, and when we do those things that we are meant to do, we do feel that joy. We do feel that excitement. It makes us want to get up, in the morning and go to work or, and, create those things in our businesses or, um, be really involved with others, serving others in that way. So, I want to encourage all of us to really find that. And, the divine is, didn't leave us here without any indicators on what that may be. They're always showing us, they're always guiding us, they're always, um, showing us through different signs, angel numbers, through different people. Um, but also, they are really showing us through our emotions. They're showing us through our feelings. When we are happy and we are excited, to note that that is in alignment to who we truly are meant to be. And so, what is it that makes you happy? What is it that really makes you enjoy and makes you excited and makes you want to really live a life that is full and happy? And so to find those things, and it has to do, it connects with our gifts and it connects with our abilities. And, the divine, gave us those indicators to us um, and those connections with our passions and those feelings of wanting to do that because they are meant for us. So, I encourage all of us to see that, and especially as we learn the different things that we need to learn this week, and as we get into this week of transformation next week, I'm so excited for everyone. And so, I would love to know what it is that you are going through. So I will be back next week. So, you can tell me all about it. You can reach out to me in many different ways to show me what it is that you've been learning, what it is that you are being taught. And um, but for now, I am at the top of the hour already. It has been a very, uh, great show. Um, and this hour always goes by way too fast. But now I want to thank everyone for joining me today. And as always, I am sending you all so much love and light. And I truly hope that everyone has a wonderful week, no matter where you are. And I'm sending you all love and light, and I will see you all again next week. So, bye bye for now.